They are up against it right now. Alpha 7 in their way. APG holding their northern rotate. There's no options now for RA. It's win the fight or go down trying.
Finally top 5 teams देखने को मिल जाएंगी जो कि
Alright, Prestige and Murray down. Trying to get him back up again. Nades slowly going past the vehicle. Almost crashes into them. And Murray does not move. I feel like he should have swung slightly to the left-hand side there, knowing the nades were just starting to flow across towards him. Playing Battleship, might have not got it the first time, but they're certainly going to find it sooner or later. Ida takes a chunk too, and I think Murray is just impossible to pick back up now.
I mean, you just got to try and crawl back, right? That's the name of the game right now. You're probably going to go down, but you might as well try and regroup towards the team. And actually, right now, looking like it might be quite successful, Blank, with DRX rocking up onto the north side of APG. They do have now a fight on two fronts. Amori potential to get rezzed. The circle shuts out to this western side as well, which is going to help things. And APG really suffering now.
A little bit slow, but these nades so far have been pretty mean from Ulf. Quick pulls out the M79, creates a small cloud of support there.
Turkish tag team right now over towards DXavier. Trying to get the line up. Loxy looks for the shots but has to fade back on in. The final circle closing and Ulf have got the center. Regnum Kaya with 2, Ulf with 3. And DXavier now losing one of their players down on 2 as well.
Let's see what Regnum Kaya can get done here. As an experienced team, it's not out of the question that they hit the 2v3. Wild has been really stepping up. I'm very, very proud of the guy over the course of this tournament.
They did, remember, lose Zedwolf very early into this match, Blake.
Okay.
Going to reposition the vehicle there. Tactfully. Nicely found for Scarface.
That's on target.
Ooh, a big nade comes through from DRX and another knock comes through as well. Nadesy steps up for 2. A big pick up towards Ulf, and they're going to lose one of them. The question is who's getting these points. I think he's going to go for that flush, but Regnum Kaya now trying to rip across this high ground and take the center of the circle away. It's going to work out, and Scarface now trapped behind the vehicle. He's not even going to go for it. He's looking for the denial here. He's got the jammer pack on. Still trying to utilize those impactful plays, but Wild goes down on the high ground. Loxy
no
rolls
way!
In. He steps out. He doesn't go for the vehicle. No, he goes for another with a shotgun, and Loxy
Come on, Loxy!
cannot find it. It's DXavier to rebuff his advances. He will be forced to go down here. Regnum Kaya fall, and now Scarface in a 1v1.
Paragin looking to finish off the game strong at the start of the day. A great spray down, finds 70% of the HP, has to duck into a crater now. And it's Paragin behind the tree, looks to move up. He's not going to let him go for the heal.
Stepping up, and it's going to be the joust to go for the final moments. Ulf, run them through. A DXavier denied. No pacifistic play here.
Just don't understand Thunder Talk at all. It felt like they just gave up on that game.
Well, they are no longer playing on the inside here, but that hovercraft crossing with the smoke cover, it goes up in smoke, but it gets the job done, and now they're close to GOAT team. The nades can start to come on through. Goes long for the response, and that is perfectly placed there. More cooks coming on through, and it's just Killer Joe to try and get it done, but there's a brilliant lineup coming through from Obscure. Might have just saved Killer Joe's skin there. Able to keep them in the game, and a lot of damage pouring on through. Alpha 7 take their turn, and Ulf, it looked like they had it all across the road, but no. A truth teller, a truth seer. Obscure with the nade now, a chance to find Killer Joe. Posts it through the window. No, the bounce is on. And we'll look to go through the window this time. That looks a little bit better. Forces Killer Joe for the peak. And they take down another team now. 2 players left to handle. It's Alter Ego on the north side, who are into this one pretty deep. They got 6 elims on this match as well, Blank, so a second place no matter what will be 7. They got 5 nades as well. Stepping up for the challenge, Moana does manage to find Obscure a little bit sleepy. Does connect. That final nade comes on through, but it just doesn't get the value in response. Moana actually trying to charge up and trying to bring them over that ridgeline closer towards Krypton. But again, they're just not going to give that ground. They are playing it as patient as they need to.
Yeah, I mean, at Pmgc, there is no reason to push this any harder because eventually they're going to get silhouetted at the top of the hilltop, and then Alpha 7 can just take shots. If they really need to, they could drop some smokes. As soon as they start to get to nade range, it's a lot easier. Right now, it is hard to throw those grenades because the arc doesn't support them, as it will just swing past, and they've got to hit the perfect air bounce.
That
But you can see here, they are just going long. That one was much nicer.
Yeah, I feel like that might be the time that Alpha 7 try and pull the trigger on this fight. A lot of damage done there. The first aid's furiously coming through, but Revo lands the nade on the knock, and now it's just Moana backed into a corner. Nowhere to go. Alpha 7 able to choke the game to a chicken dinner.
You really took the time with it as well. Alter Ego. And what other option does DRX have?
It's true, and when Regnum Kaya starts to get involved as well, that's going to be made harder. I think they're gearing up for it. They're going to go up. Kai'Xei now, first onto the wall. They're not going all the way in. Hyunbin draws short. A nade sent over towards, not quite going the full distance there. The Molotov to try and find Guizhou, but Hyunbin goes down from a nade to Revo.
It's a great bounce.
And an immediate flush comes through as well. A good bounce on the nade there. And now DRX are playing on as 3. Alpha 7 not going to take any knocks. A bounce from the roof from Kai'Xei doesn't find it either. Carrillo burns out the door frame. They are slowing down this one too.
You're
Kai'Xei
crazy.
steps into the fire to try and get the nade on through. He's going to burn out Blank, but could have got huge value there. It's not to be, and now DRX playing as 2.
Oh, that's so sad. He bounced it back through the window, by the way. But yeah, DRX down to 2 players, having to do everything right now. But this has taken a lot of attention off the rest of the circles. Regnum Kaya starts to flow through E-Arena, slicing away at them. Up to 7 elims now. Guizhou looks to step out, but QXZ being the final member. And a hell of a bounce.
Brilliant. Maybe a little bit of swapsies right now. Silas feeling the lack of smoke as he tries to get away with it, but steps into the blue zone. The damage a little bit too much to handle. He is not going to get back up there, Blank. Zedwolf has marched forwards and is a lot closer and in the next zone. It's a big split. It's an alter ego split, actually, coming through from Regnum Kaya this time, as they take down into 3rd place Alter Ego, who do still get huge elim numbers, 12 on the match.
Right. Sage 8 it is. For Silas, takes a tag. He's trying to get the buggy back out into control there, which is fair enough. Sadly, because he takes a little bit of damage there, it does mean game over for him. And this is where it all gets set up in 3 seconds. Whether it's a surefire Alpha 7 win or a potential for Regnum Kaya. And it looks like a potential. But how the hell does Loxy and Wild get forward? They don't have smokes.
I mean, Wild's in this circle, right? So it doesn't necessarily need to get forward. The fact that Alpha 7 are moving now, I really like this, right?
They have smokes.
They have smokes. Exactly. Exactly. It's those nades, though. Like you said, how do you get forwards? It looks like Loxy's managed it, though. He's closer to the circle. Needs to step a tree to the right, though.
I think not having any nades is kind of a big deal here for Alpha 7. And they could try and just demand presence in the zone using vehicles, maybe. That could work. But yeah, as soon as Alpha 7 starts getting the nade range, Regnum Kaya has the advantage. What they have to do here is they have to take advantage of the fact that they have players to refrag off the back of. It's one of those games where you play 4v3, then you're playing 3v2, then you're playing 2v1, and that's how you got to win it out. But letting Zedwolf up to here is crazy. Alpha 7 look to be sweating.
It's brains versus brawn. With the nades in the pocket for Regnum Kaya. I mean, they're staring Wild down, but he is behind a tree in the circle. It's Loxy who's the only one who has to actually move here. And Alpha 7 will have to put themselves forwards. The stage 9 circle will close dead center, and at the moment, they don't have the cut on it. They are now expending more smokes to give themselves that smoke train run out. Obscure, waiting for Wild to peek, but he doesn't need to. Zedwolf drawing attention from Guizhou. And Alpha 7 still playing it slow, still playing it cautiously. This is what we saw from them last time to close it down. But will it be enough without those nades? Because they only have 6 smokes left now. They are inching forwards.
It's really smart, though, the way they're playing this, because they're trying to angle themselves with these smokes further and further out of nade range. It's really well played.
Oh, Wild can't get too far out from his tree. He knows he's under lock and key.
Oh, that's a great nade.
Revo is there, hops through, but it's not enough. Fancy on the feet, but it is going to still be on target, and a big pickup. Alpha 7's rollout just made all the harder. Info can be gathered, sure, but Zedwolf has the sideswipe, and Blank, the smokes have run dry for Alpha 7. That was the last one to be taken out.
Oh,
Wild
no.
is the answer, and Guizhou comes in clutch. Zedwolf, can he find it? Carrillo rolls out to Revo.
This one's talking about the 3v2. Zedwolf finds one, but that's about it, and the blue is at his back. Alpha 7 pick themselves up. The back to back here in match 3.
1 hour smash boundary. At the end of next match, we've still got one more Miramar to play today, but this should be an Ulf chicken dinner. And this might be able to put them close and in contention as well.
I think for Ulf, didn't they win the Erangel?
I think, did they win the Rondo? I think they won one today.
I thought they won the Erangel. The ones to...
Oh, maybe.
I'm not sure.
I think it might have been the Rondo. I think it might have been the Rondo.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure. I have to go back and double check. But right now, they could be on for a big game here. 7 elims found. They're racking it up to 8 now. Second place locked in. Team Flash as well, getting into this one very late. And we know what they can do in the last moments of a Miramar. They do have a little bit of tenacity to them. But for Ulf, they're on 69 points, so now up to 70, I think, with that elim. So we'll be put on 80 with a chicken dinner, and if they can get those two, that'll be 82. They very much will be within striking distance, Blank, and that's the aim of the game right now. Stay in that conversation. Keep up with the leader.
Zeus will not be making this pass from the rock here. And I think Tops will be the final member once again, as is tradition there for Flash. And the shots are clean from Aaron.
Put him back behind the rock. The rollout there, the nade, the spray, the backseat swap out. And it is Ulf for a chicken dinner on our first Miramar of the day. They don't look
in. So I think we're going to stay in Gear King for now.
DXaver just took a double knock from a nade, and D plus Kia, it's go time. They don't have the time to crawl back. Paragin's off at the distance. Levi's is just not there for those reses. D plus Kia gonna go slap bang into a wall. Feel like they could have walked there in the first place, but Levi's looks for the spray down through the V-Rock, looks for more damage. He strafes against one, he strafes against two, but it's not quite enough. Paragin, can you keep your team together? Because Levi's has fallen. Osal now down in the divot of the rock, and I think he's going to give up the ghost on the hold there. Paragin keeps his distance.
I don't think Paragin is going to move too much further forward right now. E-Arena falling off the long time.
That's true, but they do have 4 elims. Alter Ego,
oh, here it is.
They've been holding on the shack, and Thunder Talk go for the push on in. It's not going well to start, but King's trying to hop up. Immediately he's taken down. Moana gets shut down as well, but Thunder Talk are getting plinked away from those off angles, and AJ can only look on in dismay as his teammates are taken out, but so are Alter Ego. And that is going to leave us at 7 teams remaining. APG, 8 eliminations. Regnum Kaya on 7 and TRX on 4.
I only have 2 words for that. Gear sighting.
Oh. Yeah, they're more concerned with the rest of the lobby. Alva is going to go down though. And 4th place, no elims. Not as big as they would have liked, but 4th place, still not the end of the world. However, all eyes on the returning champions. It's match 6 on the day, and it's just something about it. The stamina on these guys must be impeccable. Pity they can't do it earlier.
I mean, this is absolutely a redeeming game. This is the redemption game for D+. If they get all of these elims, damn, it puts them up towards like the middle of the pack, honestly.
Even then, though, I don't think it's possible.
No, absolutely not. But I think for D+, either way, it's a redeeming game.
Absolutely. I think that's the correct way to frame it. But they do need to win. A 0.
But Amori, off in the distance, that's the guy I'm looking at.
Osal, though, a little bit closer, and behind the ridgeline might have the cover. Obscure drops down, Obscure tries to fade away, and there will be shots from every angle, just about surviving. In the meantime, though, Marth is out, and so will Ida, soon to be clipped around the ear. And another point added to the D+ Kia tally.
I think this is a massive game. A lot of points. Nade goes long, but not long enough. But Noble actually gets a tag in through the smoke, which is great news for him. Might be able to find a bit more. But this could be an 18 elimination game coming through for D+. A 28-point match, and it's looking very likely that D+ is going to continue the legacy they set yesterday.
Goodness me. Right from the outset, we were talking about it. 18 points, nearly doubling their points tally in one match would be huge, but it's Alpha 7 who are right now looking to set that smash boundary as high as possible. The nade not quite finding its way around. Is the angle good? Is the geometry there? Obscure dodges one, the second is there as well. Guizhou goes down, the nade detonates, and it is D+ Kia to do twice. The end of the day, chicken dinner, they find a way to keep themselves alive.
the squad, because Alpha 7 ended up third place. And you know what? That doesn't even matter because we have a match point. Alpha 7 finishes off with 115 points. 28 points ahead of DRX. And Max, something to keep in mind, is it just 28 points or do we want to look at it as possibly 38 points because of that match point rule?
This is a massive point threshold between the match points and DRX.
Yep.
And the fact that we have a Rondo actually almost doesn't apply. No way you get, what is that, 28 point, right? In the first game on Rondo for DRX. That is a massive game. That's ludicrous. You'd have to beat the record in terms of how many elims you get for Chicken Dinner, which we've only seen once so far. 20 elimination bomb. It was on Miramar. It was DRX. But to do it twice in the same event here, 7 is going to be so hard to execute.
Yeah, and the reason why I wanted to correct myself in regards to Alpha 7's performances in Rondo is because they just need to get those 10 points. And so far, every single Rondo that we have played, they have been able to get those 10 points or more.
Yo!
And your daily MVP, Jukes, no surprise there.
Wait.
That is oh my goodness.
What? Since when do we have an average elimination of 2.5 for daily MVP? And he's